Welcome to Two Words for You. I'm your host, Country
Whoa.
Finkel.
Country what?
Country Finkel, like Howard Finkel.
Okay.
And I'm your host, The Fink.
The
No, I'm just
Fink.
kidding.
That is crazy.
What up with you?
What
Hey,
up? What up? What up?
Kingdom Cast version of the wrestling podcast. Got my boy Rimp in the building and shit. Your boy. Um, you gonna catch y'all up on where we been. Since the last time we spoke, we did have some PLEs. We did discuss Saturday Night Main Event.
Yep.
We did not discuss evolution in depth. So we're going to talk about evolution today and Summerslam and last night's SmackDown and what to look forward to in the future. So
Okay.
evolution 2, the women's all women's pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I didn't watch all of it, but I did watch. I did watch some good matches, but
Mm-hmm.
good match, good pay-per-view.
Yeah.
They
Great
put on a
card.
show. They can't do this every 7 years. Y'all got to bring this back more.
More often.
Maybe not every year, but every 2 years, something
Yeah.
like that. Every 3 years, something like that.
I think so. I think that was a big
And they got
discussion
enough.
that was going on is whether or not they should do it every year. And Triple H was kind of iffy on it. I'm
Yeah,
also iffy on it.
yeah, but they got enough women right now that they could do it every year if they wanted to.
Yeah.
But
For right
let's go
now,
every.
yeah.
I mean, let's go every 3 years. Let's cut it in half.
Every 3 years. That's a long time though.
Yeah.
I say every other year.
Okay. The women deserve it. They
Yeah.
got a lot of women right now,
Yeah. And I
as
think
evidenced by
especially
this pay per view.
yeah, and I think especially when you do a show like that, the crowd knows what to expect. So you have a crowd of people that's literally there to watch women wrestle. And the crowd reaction was amazing at Evolution. Like Charlotte got maybe the biggest pop of her career at that
Really?
PLE. So well, career might be strong, but it's the biggest pop she's gotten in a while.
Yeah.
So
It's been bumpy for Charlotte since she got back, but it's starting to take shape now.
yeah, especially teaming up with Alexa Bliss, like she's finally turning babyface. Like people are starting to like her. And I think her
Um,
article in the Players Tribune helped a little too, just to humanize her a little more. But
is there? I don't know. We'll tackle this subject one day. But is there a
yeah,
Tiffany Stratton problem?
problem. How do you mean? What would the problem be?
Her and Charlotte did not vibe well. Her and Trish put on a hell of a match at
It was pretty
Evolution too.
good. It was
It
pretty
was kind
good.
of bumpy with the promo was kind of bumpy. Like
Yeah,
like it
I
was
just
rushed.
yeah.
So, but anyway, let's you start on Evolution too because I kind of missed the beginning. I did get the main event, so
Yeah. You know what? There look, we can start with the main event. Ain't nothing wrong with starting with Io and Charlotte,
okay.
but
We can start. No, we can start with Tiffy and Trish.
sure.
Great match.
Mm-hmm.
Trish still got it. I know that's something that the crowd just yells out and it's a famous chant, but Trish still got it.
She
Trish
do.
put on a hell of a match. I don't know how old Trish is right now. She's got to be at least 40, right?
We could
40s.
look it up, but
I don't
it
want
doesn't
to,
matter.
you ain't supposed to ask a woman how old she is. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
But Trish put on a hell of a match. She still got the moves. She didn't look clunky. She didn't look out of place. She did this last week or
Mm-hmm.
last month or something like that. Like she's a legend, but she's not. She holds her end of the bargain up. You know what I'm saying? It's not
Yeah,
like she's not Goldberg. I'm sorry.
yeah. I was
No,
just about to say that.
you know what I'm
I was
saying?
just about to
No,
say
no
that. We don't
disrespect to
have to wonder
Goldberg,
if.
but it wasn't no thoughts of going in a match of like, man, is Trish gonna be able to hold it against her? No, it wasn't that.
Yeah,
And she did more than hold her own. Trish looked like she can come back and compete right now.
yeah. I think
And
so.
in low key, I wouldn't mind it. I was thinking that like I wouldn't mind Trish being back on a part time, sort of a semi full time basis when
I
I watched the
think
thing.
I think if you have something for her to do, that makes a lot of sense to me. I don't want her to just be on the roster to be there, though. You know what I'm saying? Because
I got you.
that's ways legends wear out the welcome is when they're just there to be there, and then you feel obligated to give them time, and then
Right.
guys or gals that deserve time don't get it. So she can come back definitely if there's something that they want to do. If they want to tell another Becky Lynch Trish Stratus story, I wouldn't be super against it now that Becky has the Intercontinental title. So I mean, we'll see. I
Becky's a little
definitely
busy
agree
right
though.
now.
She looked good. Yeah, she
Becky's a little
is.
busy right now. And speaking of legends, they show Michelle there? Michelle McCool was there. I think Alondra Blaze was there.
Hmm.
Jackie,
Jackie,
um,
Jazz was there.
Jazz was there. You know what I'm saying? So they showed a lot of legends love the women legends that
Tori Wilson was
deserve
there.
Tori, Olegs, Stacy Keebler. They've been showing a lot of love to, the divas. The diva
Hmm.
era was much different. It was
Yeah,
diva era was mostly based on looks and how do you look in a bra and panties and stuff. Thank God
yeah.
we don't do bra and panty matches no more.
Well, listen, yeah, young fellas, can't really watch the product no more if that's what was going on. So
Yeah, when our era was bra and panty matches, mud matches, and all type of foolishness when Vince was in charge.
yes,
Um, but I like that they showed all the legends love. Tiffany and Trish had a great match. It almost looked like Trish was going to go over, but they kept it. And Tiff is. I like Tiffany. I like Tiffy,
mhm,
but it's just something a little bit off. I think she's more of a heel than a baby face,
yeah, absolutely.
and they're trying to force her to be a baby face, and I don't think that's it for her. I don't think that's her role. It doesn't come
Well,
off, or she's just
natural
not
to
doing it
you.
right. I don't know. Is she not doing it right, or
I
she's
think.
just not the bratty? She's like the clueless character. You know what I'm saying? Like she's kind of bougie
Well,
and but
yeah,
she's kind of smart. But you know what I'm saying? Like you underestimate her and think she's just like this blonde girl, but she's more than that. But it's
yeah.
just not coming off right as a baby face.
So I think what's happening is, well, what really happened and why she's babyface now is because she was over with the crowd. The
Yeah,
crowd really liked her, especially. I think her first big pop was that Elimination Chamber in Australia. So I mean, Triple H didn't really have a choice but to turn her babyface because she was so over everywhere she went. And I think what we're seeing is that when she was in NXT, she had way more practice as a heel. And that's probably what she was super comfortable with. She doesn't have much practice as a babyface, in my opinion. I mean, now she's doing fine, but to me, she's at her best as a heel. And we'll
yeah,
see that eventually. She'll turn
yeah.
heel at
Well,
some point.
Jay's about to beat her. Jay's probably going over at SummerSlam, and
Hmm.
and that'll give her the freedom to go back to being a heel. But she is over with the crowd. The crowd likes her. The crowd showed her love because that first promo, Charlotte tore her ass up, and then
Hmm.
she went there. She went a little too far, but it was all good to
Yeah,
me because
it
she
was
made it
good
real.
theater. It was good
Yeah, she
theater
made a
for
good
sure.
theater. They put on a good match. It was a cool match. It wasn't 5-star by any means, but it was a great match. Her
It
and
wasn't
Charlotte.
5 stars, but
It was a good
that
match.
visual of and the visual of her at the end with the chipped tooth and like I think she had a bloody nose too. That was a pretty good
Yeah,
visual.
yeah, yeah. So, what was after that?
Oh well, first we have Becky Lynch, Bailey, and Lyra for the IC title. What a
Yeah.
great match that was. I don't know if you watched it or not, but the ending was super smooth. We got Becky doing like a barrel roll into it's kind of like a schoolboy pin to steal the win away from Bailey. It was a really good match. Lyra always puts on a banger. Bailey,
Mhm.
obviously, Becky, obviously, is super good. So, whatever they end up doing with these three, I think it's going to be Lyra and Becky at SummerSlam for the IC title. So, I mean, sign me up for that because Lyra, she's going crazy right now.
She is. Is Bailey getting the short end of the stick?
Kinda, she kinda is.
I just was like, because I think they fought on Raw and Bailey lost, and I'm just like,
mhm.
damn, man. Like, why is Bailey getting the short end of the stick, man? It feels like Bailey's getting abused. Like, like
Well,
it's like they
just
should be
think
doing her
about
better.
just think about who, like, okay, between the three of three talents that she's kind of feuding with right now. Obviously, I think Becky is the first choice to go like super over. She's the champion. She's Becky Lynch. She's the man. She might be the most popular woman on the roster. So Bailey's probably not going over Becky. Then you got Lyra, who I don't think she's had a bad match yet on the roster. She's on fire. She's been carrying the IC title scene. It seems like with every match, she's getting better with every promo, she's getting better. The crowd's reacting to her. It's like pretty organic. You know, the woos that be coming out, that's pretty organic. So are you
Yeah.
really going to put Bailey over on Lyra right now when she's on fire, when she's getting hot?
So what do you do with Bailey then? Because this feud is not helping her at all.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they end up doing. I still secretly hope that she's going to be a part of the Seth Rollins faction. It's probably not going to happen, but that's my secret hope. That would give her something
But
to
they didn't
do.
have to pivot. They've had to pivot. We haven't even did we talk about Seth Rollins' injury?
No.
Yeah, they had to pivot on that. Um, that whole thing's probably going to change now. But
Well, we'll see. So have you seen? There's discussion. There's real, like, even the dirt sheets are speculating of whether or not this is a work. No one has clear answers right now.
it would be a hell of a work. Because he's kayfabing it on Rich
He
Eisen's show.
is.
He's kayfabing it.
He is, but he's still like making appearances and stuff. Like he's not okay. So think about it this way: Kevin Owens, he had his injury. He like kind of disappeared after that. He didn't really do a whole bunch of appearances. He went, had his surgery, and we didn't really see or hear from him for a
Has he
while.
even had the surgery? Because last time I checked, he hasn't even had the surgery yet.
No, he hasn't even had the surgery yet. So he's like the only other appearance I saw him do was the Cody Rhodes podcast, and that's it.
Yeah, yeah,
And we haven't
yeah,
seen or heard from him after that.
yeah.
Rollins
But he's
is
off TV. Like he's out of storyline. Definitely.
yes. Seth, he's kind of still just hanging around. He was like backstage at the Evolution PLE on crutches, which is, I mean, if you're injured,
Why would
you
you
know
be backstage?
why would you be backstage? Um, I don't know how much you follow this guy in particular, but Sean Ross from the Fightful um, news people or whatever,
Yeah, yeah.
those dirt sheets. They at first it came out that the injury was legitimate. And then as time went on, he's like, I'm getting mixed signals now from my sources. Like, if this is a work, some people back there were confused and some people are saying otherwise. So I don't know. We're getting mixed signals here. I think it definitely could be a work still. Like, and
Well,
even the
Dave
camera work.
Meltzer said, who's
I'm just
always
saying.
wrong.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
wrong when it comes to WWE. But if it's a work, man, that's gonna go over very well.
It's a good
Because
work if it's a work.
yeah, because you know who he's coming to screw. He's coming to screw. It makes sense when you break it down that CM Punk won the gauntlet, and then now CM Punk Gunther, you get
Beats
them in a
Gunther, cashes in on
knockout,
CM
drag
Punk.
out, good fight, and then Seth runs to the ring. The roof is on fire,
Yeah.
and they're hinting at Rock coming back at because the way Cody was dressed. So
Yeah.
and then turning that into a street fight opens the door for
Something.
shenanigans. So
Shenanigans. Yeah.
yeah, if how do we get off evolution? But if you let Punk win and then Seth comes out and screws Punk with a cash in, you know we're going to be talking about the next day.
Yeah.
Like so, yeah, I'm just confused about what to do with Bailey. I think Bailey's a good
Yeah.
worker and she can talk. Um, she looks the part and everything, but she's just it's really nothing for her to do right now.
Yeah.
I would use Bailey to like put over the new girl from NXT, whoever that may be. Whoever's coming up from NXT,
Hmm.
uh, say if Jada Parker comes up, then I would use
Hmm.
Bailey to get her. She's like Natalia now, basically. But she's too
Is that
good to be Natalia.
yeah? And shout out to Natalia
Natalia's
though,
too
by the
good to be
way.
Natalia's too good to be Natalia, to be honest with you. But
Mm.
all right, so the main event was EO and Rhea Ripley.
Hmm. And that turned into a triple threat match.
Hell of a match. Hell of a
Hmm.
match. Before it even became the triple threat.
Yeah,
It was a hell of a match. Some big spots out there. EO and Rhea. Somebody said they got a big mat out there. Like, yeah, you think they're gonna be really jumping into the concrete floor? We're like,
yeah, that'd be kind of
like, what's
crazy.
going on?
Also, I
Hey,
think
chill out.
even so, like that mat ain't gonna save you either. If you landed on your back, that's still probably gonna knock the wind out of you.
Yeah, at least. Um, Great match as EO and Rhea always put on good matches. But then
Hmm.
you get the cash in, you get Naomi, who earlier than I had a good to decent match with Jade, and took a big bump in that match too. Though I thought
Yeah,
she was gonna
went
be
through the
done for the
table
night
with the jaded.
through the
Yeah,
table. You know what I'm saying? So comes in and cashes in successfully. I love that Naomi is the champion. She proved on Raw why she is the champion. The promo she put on Raw was amazing. It
really
was
good.
great. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. And then
Yeah,
she told Io Scott,
I don't know what you're saying.
I don't know what you're saying, which could be confused as a little
Well,
stereotypical, but it
yeah,
was hilarious to me.
yeah,
But Naomi being champion I think, give her the belt. Let her get a run in, man. Don't just take it from her.
hmm,
Like, let her get a run. Let her get a run with the belt. Let her. She earned this belt over the years. She's put in the work. She deserves. Give her 6 months, please. Like, give her
6 months. That's a long time. That's a
give her a
long
couple
time.
pay-per-views, please.
Couple pay-per-views. I think that could work a couple pay-per-views.
You
Shout out. Go ahead.
my plan was always Jade, Bianca, and Naomi for WrestleMania. They kind of threw a wrench with that, by moving her to Raw.
Hmm.
But also, it's not bad her being at Raw. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
Raw needed that kind of to me.
an
But
injection of new
you,
blood into it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So you still got Oscar, you still got Io, Rhea, Lyra's over there, Becky Lynch is there,
Hmm.
Bailey's there.
Yep.
Maybe you can throw Bailey in with Naomi, maybe. You know what I'm
That could be a
saying?
really good
And
storyline
yeah,
because they
and
have
get that
history.
cracking. So there's there's a lot of things you can do with Naomi as champion, and I think her run can be longer on Raw than SmackDown because eventually Jade is gonna be the champion. Eventually, we've all relegated to the fact that she's gonna be
Yeah,
champion. She has to be champion eventually.
I think so.
Um, and then you got that built-in storyline where her and Bianca is already, because Bianca kind of she raised her hand, but she did kind of give her the look of, I don't know if I trust you yet. So,
Yeah.
um, there's plenty ways you can go, man. It's like I like it, man. And black women in wrestling, I love it. We,
Yeah, and I
we
think
we need that.
Na- yeah, and Naomi deserves a lot of credit for getting back to where she is right now. Because when she first came back, if you would have asked me if she would ever even have a chance to win the world title, I probably
She's
would have
like a
put that on.
comedy
Yeah, or
with the glowing
comedy, or
shoes and all that stuff.
yeah, with the glowing shoes, and to me, she was like the veteran who helps put over the younger talent. That's what I would have billed her as. But she worked her way. She put herself in a heck of a plot line, maybe one of the biggest women's storylines of the year, and she's turned
Mhm.
that into a championship run. Even after she's gotten like not squashed, but she's gotten beaten pretty soundly by Jade like a couple times, and she's still a believable champion.
Yeah,
So shout out to
yeah.
her.
Yeah, eventually she's gonna have to beat Jay. Jesus Christ. Like, um,
Agreed.
I like that. Bianca's about to get back into the fold. I think she's
Hmm.
should be clear pretty soon. That should be fun.
Hmm.
Nia Jax is always fun.
Yes.
Um, and she's been putting on some good matches lately too.
Yes.
Um,
Cutting good promos too.
cutting good promos and everything. So, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte is about to become a thing, and that's a good thing because man,
Yes.
yeah,
They are a very
I
good
like
tag
that.
team. Their dynamic is so funny and it like really makes listen, I already like Charlotte, so this is not necessarily true for me, but for a lot of people it makes Charlotte real likable just because they like how she interacts with Alexa and their dynamic. So and their "We're Not Friends" T-shirt is kind of funny, so that'll probably sell a lot of merch.
Where do you rank Charlotte all time?
All time as just like a women's wrestler or wrestler in general.
No, the women.
She Now I'm also ignorant of like the New Japan women and their history or whatever. So if there's
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
New Japan greatest women's wrestler of all time, I don't know her. Charlotte is top three at least, and she might not be two or three. She might not
You
be
got
two or
Trish.
three.
You got Trish below her, or is she ahead of Trish or below?
I think she has to be ahead of Trish. I think so. Just her in ring, like her in ring ability, I think is better. I think she's accomplished more than Trish. She hasn't been around as much as Trish has. So Trish has her in longevity, but
Yeah, because I would
I,
have her over. I would have her over Lita.
yeah,
You know what I'm
I would
saying?
have her.
Like, because Lita's
Well, but
run didn't.
this is another thing that Trish probably has over Charlotte at right now at this moment is influence, and that's the same thing with Lita. Like I think even Lita had a greater influence than even Trish had because when you talk to the women's wrestlers of today, they say, "Oh, I wanted to be like Lita. That's why I
Yeah,
wrestled."
yeah,
But now I think that that could change. Obviously, like I think 20 years from now, everybody's going to be saying, "I wanted to be like Charlotte Flair. I wanted to be like Becky Lynch. I wanted to be like Bailey." So we'll see where
yeah.
she stands from that standpoint. But like once she gets that influence up, once she gets her longevity up, I don't know how you can argue she's not the greatest of all time, honestly.
That's fair. Trish is on like a LL Cool J type run. It's like
Yeah.
consistent, logic. Like a long run, like
Hmm.
consistently. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
always in and around the spot. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I like that, and I just side conversation.
Hmm.
Um, Evolution 2 was amazing, man. I think
Yeah.
I liked it. Even I didn't watch all of it, but I watched the majority of it.
Hmm.
Um, I think it paid off. Hey, it was better than Saturday night's main event.
Yeah. Without a doubt. Without a doubt,
Yeah,
I think.
he's not. Yeah, easily actually. It was better than Saturday night's main event.
Yeah. Bell to bell, the
Um,
crowd was better. The matches were better. The surprises were better. It was just
yeah.
better.
So keep them wanting it, but don't like oversaturate it. So you can't do it every year,
Yeah.
but keep them wanting. It can't be every 7 years either. That's seven
Yeah.
is crazy. So 3 or every other year, every 2 years. Yeah, bring it. Do
I
it
think
like
so.
that. Do it like that.
I think
Um,
you someone could make the argument for every year. I just want what I want is the crowds to always be as good as they were this year, and I want the storylines and matches to keep the quality up. If you can keep the quality of those two things up, you can do it every year. I just don't think you can. I think every other year is a good metric for those two things to stay high quality.
okay, so let's talk about a rumor. Um, that I don't know how you feel about this. I don't think I like it. TKO is saying that they want pay-per-view events because we're used to the once every month, like
Hmm.
one a month. They're doing it like 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, there's a
Every 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know. I'm against that. Let it, because that doesn't give it time to build, and all the
Yeah,
storylines seem rushed. And you're supposed to come to conclusions in pay-per-views
yeah,
or furthering the story. But if you just do it every 2 weeks, kind of takes the luster off. It kind of takes the shine off of it. Like
yeah.
that's too much.
And also I think it can take away from your weekly shows. Like, say, take for example the Gunther J Uso match that they had on Raw for the World Heavyweight Championship. If you're doing a
Yeah,
PLE every 2 weeks, that's a match that's never seen the light of day on a Raw or a SmackDown because you're saving it for the PLEs.
right.
So I mean, as a consumer, I'm super against it. Does it make business sense? I don't know. I'm not in the board meetings or in the rooms where they have all the charts where all the ratings are to see if it makes sense or not. But as a consumer, I'm super against it. Like, give me, I want the quality matches on Raw. I want them to stay up. I want the quality matches on the PLE to stay up. So just keep it the way it is right now. I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah, it just seems like a little bit too much. That's too much. Every 2 weeks is crazy. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
mean,
And
now what they might be thinking of doing is like, so it used to be that every brand had their own PLE sometimes. I think it was
yeah,
back in 2016. Sometimes the brands would have their PLEs. If you're doing it that way, maybe it can make sense. Like if you've got a Raw PLE, a SmackDown PLE, NXT PLE,
yeah,
and then
that would
maybe
be
like a
way better. That would be way better to do it like that.
or like
Because
a
if it's a
Evolve
SmackDown
PLE.
only pay-per-view, that kind of makes sense. If it's a Raw pay-per-view, yeah, that makes more sense.
Yes, I think that makes sense. I also like even then, like I'd have to look back on that era to see if the quality of the matches was still as high as it could be. Because like when you've only got one brand to work with, like the quality of matches is probably gonna go down a little bit because you've only got
Mm,
so much to work with. So I don't know. I have to look back on it, but if doing it like that makes sense to me. But like not all the sense, you know what I'm saying?
all right, so let's talk about the road to SummerSlam.
Hmm.
SummerSlam is looking. It's supposed to be the WrestleMania Junior
Yep.
or the. It's building up.
And now it's got 2 nights. So WrestleMania Junior
Two
Junior.
nights. Solo versus Jacob is going to be a cage match. I'm hearing,
Yes. Cage
which should
match.
be fun.
Hmm.
Um, they're building that up. I like my MFTs, my family
Yeah.
tree. I like that. I like that because
Oh, okay.
it's kind
I
of a
did not know that's
playoff.
what it stood for.
Huh? Did you not know that?
No, I did not. I'm like, what the heck is an MFT?
No, because the
But yeah.
first time he said it, he didn't say anything about because
Yeah.
Tama is the MFT. He's the
Yes.
first MFT. He didn't explain what MFT meant. He just said he's
No.
my MFT. He's my
Yeah.
right hand man. Maybe he's solo messed up, but
Maybe.
my family tree is kind of a playoff bloodline. It's kind of like the same thing,
Yes.
but it's different.
Yeah.
I like where they're going with that story with Jimmy and Jacob kind of teaming up
Hmm.
and going against. They're gonna have to ask somebody. My son asked me last night. You think Zillow came out? And he really wants Zillow. He wants
Who,
Zillow to
by the
come
way,
out.
is making an appearance at the TNA pay per view. I think that's either Saturday or today or tomorrow. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And AJ Styles is gonna be
and
there too.
AJ, man, I'm gonna
That's
have
gonna
to
be
try to
nice.
figure.
That's gonna be nice. Shout
I'm gonna
out to
have to find a way to
WWE for
find the
doing that
screen.
because they
Yes.
didn't have to do that. But
No.
that's dope that they did that. So yeah, Solo versus Jacob is building up to be something nice. Um, man, we've been bigging up Solo for the last couple of weeks. Solo is hilarious.
Yeah.
Solo is hilarious. He's a good leader. He's really coming to the role. This is more of the role he had on NXT than SmackDown, though, right?
Um, I didn't watch so much of his NXT stuff, but I think even his NXT character was a little more serious. He was a baby face also, so he probably had couple comedic moments, but I mean, they called him the street champion, so
Yeah, yeah.
that to me seems a little more serious. I think even this character is just even a little more goofier than he used to do, but it's really entertaining.
It is. It is. Your boy is getting some light. Shout out to Carmelo on his
Hmm.
engagement. Um,
Yeah,
you picked a nice one, Carmelo. Shout out to Carmelo.
yeah. Carmelo
But
and Kalani, congrats.
Melo and Kalani, and she did great at the Battle Royal at Evolution too.
Hmm.
Melo, Alistair Black, and Damien are kind of vibing around each other, kind of hovering around each other and buzzing. That's good for Damien because they can help him put on some great matches because both of those guys can go. Especially
Yep.
Melo. Melo can go. Melo
Yep.
can give. If Melo's on the card, he's going to give you a good match.
Yep.
So
Agreed.
building them as a, for lack of a better word, a threesome, a triple threat match. Pause.
Hmm.
I think that's going to be good. CM Punk versus Gunther, banger.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
shoot. Speaking of bangers, Sheamus and Rusev. I'm tuning into that. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. That's gonna be brutal and yeah, I'm
Hard
good with
hitting.
that. They
Yeah.
should do what Carmelo and
Do a best of
Andrade did.
seven.
Yes, please give me that. Are they too big for
Yeah.
that or
No,
Paul?
I think you could do it. Listen, they can do it. All right. It's just a matter of if you're gonna keep Rusev tied up for Sheamus for 7 matches. That's like 7 weeks. So
He ain't doing nothing now. What else is he doing?
it's true. Hey,
Yeah.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Um.
Get it in.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad about it until you
Mm-hmm.
find something else for them to do.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? What other matches? CM Punk and
Yeah.
Cody.
Or you mean
If
Cody and John Cena?
yeah, what I say? CM Punk. I'm
CM
sorry,
Punk and
John Cena and
Cody.
Cody. I am starting to lean on the side of turning Cody Hill to go over John Cena.
That could happen. I don't know if it's gonna happen at SummerSlam, but you know me, I'm very slow to do the whole heel turn, the baby face, or the baby face turn. I'm slow when it comes to these things. I want a
It's been
slow
since
build.
WrestleMania though. It's been months.
It has been a long time, relatively speaking, and he's been teasing it a lot. He's been teasing it a lot. He kind of did heelish things in his match against Jey Uso. He kind of did heelish things in his match against Randy Orton. He's kind of doing heelish things when he's doing promo battles against John Cena. He's talking about by any means necessary, not not holding back, doing whatever it takes. He's kind of
Not
teasing
flinching.
it.
Not flinching.
Not flinching. And remember, at WrestleMania, he flinched when it came time to hit Cena with the belt. He
He
did
did.
not flinch last night. So
He's he's doing all the typical words and trigger words of a guy turning heel. He's hitting every mark of turning heel.
the problem is, how do you turn him heel? Because right now, Cena's the heel. How do you turn Cody Rhodes heel while he's going up against the heel? Like, he could do heelish things against Cena, and he might still get cheers.
Yeah. You
So
gotta
how, like, do you just turn it up a notch? Like, I don't know.
you gotta bring the boss back, the final boss.
Oh, and have them shake hands or something. Yeah,
They
could
kind of
be.
have to, or have him throw a low blow and
Yeah,
1, 2, something.
could do
The
something like
rumor is
that.
that the rumor is Rock and Triple H are not on the same page. I don't know how true that is. I don't think they're ever completely on the same page because there's a
Yeah.
lot of history. There's
Hmm.
what 30 years of history there where they're
Yeah.
cool and they do things and then they're cool and then but they never completely come all the way together.
Yeah, I think there's just different philosophies there. You have different guys that believe different things about the business, and that can work sometimes, and that can
I
conflict
will tell you
sometimes.
this. I will tell you this, and I know I'm in the minority here. Rock versus Triple H is a better rivalry to me than Rock versus Stone Cold. Didn't say it was
I
bigger.
Yeah, is
Didn't
it
say it was
better?
better. But I'm just saying they have more matches. They have
Yes,
more classic moments. They have
yes.
more back and forth moments. And they
It's
wrote
yeah,
it from Rocky Maivia, from Hunter Hearst Helmsley to The Rock to the Game through the People's Champion. The King of Kings.
yeah,
They've clashed on every level, from Intercontinental to tag team titles to the Nation versus DX. Like they've done more than Rock versus Stone Cold. Now, Rock versus Stone Cold has probably one of the best matches of all. That WrestleMania 17 was
yeah.
is probably one of my favorite. Even with the Stone Cold heel turn at the end, that's still one of my favorite matches
We
of
might
all
have
time.
to do a top 10 wrestling rivalries. We might have to do that one day.
Hey, I'm with it. I'm with it. Yeah. So Cena and Cody, and then I'm throwing up a one if you can't.
Oh, okay, there you go. I couldn't see that. Yes, Roman Reigns,
the
OTC one.
return, the
Hmm.
return of our tribal chief.
Which I didn't think was happening, by the way. I didn't think he was
Not,
going to return on Monday, but
yeah, they got me. They got me. They don't give me a lot, but they got me on that one. Um, Roman, the most viewed segment already of all time. Roman is just Roman is entering the conversation of Rock, Stone Cold,
he was already
Hogan.
there. He was there
You
already.
think
He
so?
was Yeah, with that championship reign that he just with the championship reign that he had, like even before he lost to Cody at WrestleMania 40, he was in that conversation to me. Like
Okay.
you don't carry a company like that for 3, 4, 5 years and not be in that conversation. So he was in that conversation to me already.
I didn't expect you to say that. Okay.
Well, listen. I am a Cody crybaby, okay, but also game recognized game, okay.
He's must see TV.
Yeah,
If he's gonna be there, if he's advertised and he's advertised for the next up to SummerSlam,
yeah.
you just gotta tune in to see what he's gonna do. And Bronson Reed kind of gave it away because he was stomping and then it looked like he looked towards the entrance to say, okay, how much time do I have to set this
Yeah,
up before he comes out? Like I know he's
yeah,
coming, but in my own time, he kind of why he
yeah,
keep looking towards the back? And I was like,
yeah.
okay, okay.
He's a little young. All right, he's a young fella. He's just trying to make sure he time it correctly.
How do you like the dynamic of I came here to help Jay, I didn't come here to help you, Punk?
Um, I am okay with it. It's consistent because they just had a WrestleMania match where things were not very friendly. So it makes sense
Right.
to me that he's pretty ice cold to CM Punk right now. I wouldn't be surprised if they have a match in their future. So they're probably just getting that one set up and teased. Especially if Punk somehow escapes SummerSlam with the World Heavyweight Championship, like him versus Roman is definitely going to be on the menu. So, I mean, even without the championship, I think it's on the menu. So that makes sense to me. It makes all the sense in the world to me.
If Seth is legitimately hurt, if
Hmm.
it's a shoot injury, and then you move Roman to Braun Breaker,
Hmm.
is that a step down for Roman or is that a step up for Braun?
I think you can make it work because Paul Heyman is involved. You can make that make sense. As long as Paul Heyman is super involved and you can keep Roman like his promos and his angle is going to be I want to get to Paul Heyman. I can't get to Paul Heyman without going through Braun Breaker. So I'm going to go through Braun Breaker. and that'll lead me to Paul Heyman. And I think you can make that work and not have it necessarily be a step down for Roman.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I like
Because the
that.
biggest storyline in wrestling is that faction, and as long as you can keep it about the faction and then put Roman in there, that makes sense to me.
Do you have it's not confirmed yet, but it looks like Jay and Roman versus Braun and Bronson.
Bronson, yeah.
Who do you have winning that match
I think it
right
has to be
now? I
Roman.
know it can. I know it can change over the next couple of
Yeah,
weeks, but
I think Roman and Jay win this match. I mean, I think their names are too big to lose, and I also think Braun and Bronson have had some when earlier on when it was early and we didn't really know how powerful this faction was yet, or they were still building up how important they were. I maybe would have said Braun and Bronson could eke out a win there, but they've had time. We know how dangerous they are. They've done significant damage. They've taken out Sami Zayn. They've beaten up on Jey Uso. They even took out Roman for a little bit. So I think they can suffer a loss at SummerSlam and not necessarily be hurt that much. And plus, their leader is out. So, like, you can have that excuse, oh, they weren't even at full strength. So that's why they lost. And then once Seth comes back, you can build them back up. So, I mean, it makes, I think if you team up Jay and Roman, they have to win.
So what are you replacing Seth temporarily? Or are you moving somebody into that spot? I got the somebody I forgot. It might have been Busted Open, and
Mm-hmm.
they had the idea of Heyman sort of like gifting the briefcase to Braun, and then when Seth comes back, you have a Seth versus Braun type angle, which I'm not mad about, and I think it makes sense if you do it like that. But would you do it like that though?
I don't, it,
What
again,
up, Caleb?
maybe, oh, what up, Caleb? I think,
I agree with that too, Caleb.
yeah, if it's a legitimate injury, by the way, I agree with that. But I think it's just too early to do Braun versus Seth. Like any time before this year's WrestleMania is too early for them to tear this faction apart like that. To me, like think about how long Evolution lasted before even Randy Orton got turned on by Triple H. That faction lasted a long time.
Was it a
Um,
year?
It might have even been 2 years because think about it. Randy Orton was a part of Evolution when it was him and Batista versus Rock and Mick Foley at WrestleMania,
That's
and
WrestleMania
then
20.
and he was still a part of Evolution when he went up against Mick Foley in that WrestleMania. It was him against Mick? No, that wasn't WrestleMania, was it, or was it SummerSlam?
Might have been SummerSlam.
It might have been SummerSlam, but he was
Yeah, that
he
was he
was
was he was in the Evolution Legend Killer, right? When he was Legend
yeah.
Killer, he was in the Evolution.
I can't remember that far, but
So he
I
might have
might
went.
have to.
He might have went against Undertaker at the next WrestleMania.
No, because by the time he was with his dad, he was his dad was his manager during that match against
Oh yeah,
Undertaker at
yeah,
WrestleMania,
yeah.
so he wasn't in Evolution anymore. But anyway, that faction was together for a long time. At the bare minimum, even if you throw out Randy, Batista was teaming up with Triple H for way, way, way long time before he ever turned on him. So you got to give these guys at least a year together before you start having them turn on each other.
Yeah.
Um,
Or like Caleb said, does the injury? Do we got to
turn
flip now because of the injury and push everything
maybe
up 6 months? If Seth is out 6 months, you got to do something. And then the
this.
briefcase just looks bad, just sitting there. If Paul's gonna bring it to the ring every week,
I think you can have Braun kind of carry it around, and you can even do the storyline of whenever Seth comes back, he takes the briefcase back from Braun and have that ignite some tension between them. I don't think though that should turn into a match necessarily yet. I think that's just another like another piece of straw on top of the camel's back before it breaks. When Braun finally does turn on Seth, he could. I think he should be able to point to a whole bunch of things that Seth has done to him in order to justify the babyface turn. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, he can start off with, you didn't tell me about Bronson.
Yeah.
You never talked to me about Plan B. Um,
You took the briefcase from me
you took the
back.
briefcase from me. Yeah, he's you made the list. Um, Speaking of Braun, props and congratulations to him for the gauntlet on Raw.
Mhm.
He did great. He
He
did
did
great.
great.
He carried him and Penta put on a good match. Him and Jay was
LA
kind of
Knight.
short, but that was for the later. But
Yeah.
him
Him and
and
LA Knight.
him and LA Knight put on a good one. I love the gauntlet, man. It was great. It was great TV. They're building Bronson up to be. I mean, Braun.
Braun.
Bronson is kind of taking a little step back though, and just like
I
the muscle.
Yeah, right now they're kind of highlighting Braun at the moment, which is what you would expect. Um, Now that Seth is out for a little bit, but don't be surprised if Bronson gets more shine as we go on. Like he has great matches. He hasn't even won a singles championship yet. So once
Yeah,
he starts getting into once you throw him into the Intercontinental Championship fold, like expect him to win a belt that way. Like it's been a minute. I don't know if he's necessarily taken a step back in terms of how good he's been. He's definitely taken a step back from the spotlight, though.
yeah,
But that can change, though. He's part of the biggest storyline in wrestling right now. I don't think he's
yeah.
complaining too much.
I got to give a shout out to Jey Uso. Nobody in the world has ever done an intro in the middle of their match, and it was
That was
and
violent.
it low key made sense, and
Yeah.
I loved it. Yeah, yeah.
Back to
He's
double
almost there
before he was. Yeah.
before the
I
injury.
think he's got the right feud has to come along for Bronson.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it will eventually. Like right now, he's going up against the likes of Jey Usos and Roman Reigns, and like, how is he supposed to get over on those
Yeah,
guys? You know what I'm saying? So
Roman's gonna elevate. All of them are gonna be elevated by the fact that Roman's in the middle of that. But
yeah,
yeah, Jay doing the intro in the middle of the match was like
that was pure
it
comedy.
was so it was so unnecessary and uncalled for, but I loved it.
Yeah,
It's
right back.
like really right before commercial break, Jay, you
Yeah,
asked. But
yeah.
yeah, I think SummerSlam is shaping up. SummerSlam got some good matches, man. And
Hmm.
we haven't even mentioned Becky and Lyra, which is going to be a banger.
Yeah.
Charlotte and Alexa. I don't know if you break it. Are you going to break it down before then, or that would be fun?
I don't think we'll. So I think Charlotte and Alexa have a tag team match together, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fighting for the tag belt. So I don't think you break it down just yet. I think that's probably a WrestleMania thing, like
Speaking of
eventually.
tag matches, I, I don't like that the street. I, I, and mishandled the Street Profits again, bro. I don't like it. I don't like that they're not the champions. Y'all got to get them the champion. Y'all got to get them the belts back. But can they do it on a pay per view, please? Please,
Uh, Listen,
or
okay.
break them up. I don't know, or give Montez Ford his run or something. Because what are we doing? What are we doing?
So again, this is like it's not necessarily a problem, but the SmackDown tag team division is very strong,
Yeah,
and if I think eventually almost every tag team in that roster is going to get a run with the tag belts. Is just the Street Profits' turn. Their time is up. Now it's the Wyatt Six's turn. So I don't know. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be tough for them to get the belts back with how strong the roster is. Like any one of those teams, it makes sense for them to be champions. It's gonna be tough uh, to get a belt back on them. as far as breaking them up goes, you could do that, and I would be in favor of a Montez solo run because he's obviously ultra
I don't
talented.
think
It
he
could,
wants it though,
yeah, he doesn't want it. Is what I'm
which is like
gleaming from it.
I don't think he wants it.
Yeah,
Which is cool. I think he's loyal.
yeah.
Another tag team, the New Day. The New Day being in all black every week is
That
hilarious.
how is it that they're doing cutting better promos, being more entertaining now that they're not champions than they were when they were champions? What? How does that happen?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't
As
know
soon as
what
the
they're
belts
doing.
come off,
I
all of a
don't know
sudden
what
they're
they're
like,
doing with New Day. I don't know what they're doing with it, but this is working
yeah,
currently, and it just didn't work as them as champions. And
yeah.
are we done with Big E? Big E's not coming back.
Not for a while. It doesn't look like, which is
Okay.
fine. To get healthy, I guess. Live your
Yeah.
life, but I want him to come back.
SummerSlam is shaping up to be a great 2 nights, man, and
Hmm.
the main events are very good. I'm assuming you let Roman Jay versus Bronson and Braun main event night one,
Yeah, I
and
think you have to
then
have Roman main event night one.
yeah, and then Cody and Cena main event night two.
Yep.
So, wait a
Oh
minute, wait a
wait,
minute.
we have Gunther and Punk though.
Yeah, Gunther and Punk might need the main event.
At
Yeah,
night
yeah.
one.
My
Yeah.
bad. No disrespect, Gunther and Punk. Yeah,
Yeah.
that needs to main event the night one.
Hmm.
You might have to follow Roman and Jay versus Braun and Bronson though.
Yeah.
I think Punk can do that though. I think
Yeah.
Punk and Gunther can do that.
Punk can get down to this. Yeah.
Dude, did we talk about Gunther and Goldberg?
Not really, but I mean, what is there to say? It went fine. It wasn't a disaster.
It wasn't yeah. Yeah, man. It was actually way better than that because I was going into it
I know you
thinking
were
it was
so
gonna be better.
worried.
I was. and it actually ended up being a good match. Goldberg, I didn't like all the complaining. I didn't like that they cut you off either. So
Yeah.
I'm riding with you on that. But no, the other extra stuff that you were doing, I don't like.
Yeah. Match
So
went fine. He took some chops though. I didn't think he
he
would.
did take some.
His
I was counting. He laughed at the first one, which
yeah.
I don't know if he was supposed to do that, but he did.
He said he wasn't supposed to do that, and he apologized. So
It's like Goldberg. Goldberg got to be Goldberg, man.
yeah,
It just is what it is.
yeah.
I think SummerSlam is going to restore the feeling back.
Hmm.
Especially just out the fact that Roman's back involved. When Roman comes back, bro, he makes everything bigger.
Yeah, it changes things
He
without a
just he
doubt.
just. I know people don't like Roman, and he takes a lot of time off. And I'm not totally a fan of him taking all this time off that he does. But he's Hollywood's calling. He is sick. He does have leukemia, so
Yeah,
he needs.
he's also older. He's not a
Yeah, he's
spring chicken
also
no more.
older. Would you say that was
That
a
was a
cool
cool.
ass match? Yeah. Yeah, I agree. That was a good
Yeah,
way to go out. It wasn't Ric Flair's going out, but Ric Flair ruined his going out. Ric Flair had the
yeah,
best going away match and moments, and he ruined it all by coming back 10 years later. But yeah, Roman just makes everything like a big fight feel. He's like
yeah,
Pacquiao, Floyd, Canelo, Tank Davis, Crawford. Like when they have a car, you want to see it. It don't matter who else is on the car.
hmm,
So, yeah, we're gonna have fun. We got 2 more weeks for SummerSlam. So we got some
yeah. It's in
building to
August,
do.
isn't it?
Hmm?
It's the first week of August, is it not? SummerSlam. Is it the 7th and the 8th?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
something like that.
what'd you say, Caleb? He's taking over the Brock Lesnar role. Oh, Roman.
Kinda,
Yeah.
kinda.
They keep teasing. Some people, the rumors are that Brock Lesnar, but Brock looks like he's fine. He don't look like he want to
Yeah,
come.
I don't think you
Brock
take
look
that
like he's
risk
straight.
yet. You
Yeah,
just
you gotta
wait for
settle that
everything
court
to get
case first.
settled. Yeah, yeah, settle that court case first, then we can talk about coming back.
Yeah. So over the next couple of weeks, we'll discuss our predictions and who's winning, and then how we're gonna carry the storyline and all that stuff, and to the next pay per view. So, man, how's everything been? You good? You
Yeah,
great?
we're
How's the
good.
show?
Shows going strong. You know, the ratings is they. My bosses tell me it's a 20% increase in ratings. Okay, so keep watching. All right, maybe that means a 20% increase in my monies. Okay, so keep watching.
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching.
We're still working on Harold Kuntz, though. We're gonna get
Yes, we are. I haven't asked him yet, so I need to. Tomorrow I'll ask him if he wants to come on for SummerSlam. He will say yes. Okay. I know where he
it.
lives.
He
He
will.
can't say no.
I know where he lives. That's funny. Um, two words for you. We got any links? What we got?
We still got the WWE shop link. We have the other one. I need to get it set up though. I keep forgetting. Okay. But next week you will see another link there. Okay. And it will not be WWE shop. So if you need to buy WWE gear, do that with this link. We can make some money off of it yet. Okay.
All right, man. We'll catch up with y'all next week. Discuss Raw, SmackDown, whatever we missed. In the meantime, any latest rumors and all that stuff. Appreciate you, Kayla, for commenting. And
Yeah.
we'll holler
Shout
at
out
y'all
Caleb.
next week. Two words for you. Peace.
Peace.